Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today we are all clearly in for something here. This showed up, and I got no warning. At least I don't remember one. But this is clearly a fixed blade. At least I assume so. It would be ridiculous to find out that there's a folding knife in here, but I have to assume this is a fixed blade. This is interesting because, to my knowledge, Kunwu has never done a fixed blade. So that's pretty cool. I would assume this is now available, so I will link it down in the description. You guys can check it out if you want to. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. Excuse me. What? Excuse me. Gosh, what is this called? The Stiffy G. I turned that over. I was like, of course. Of course that's what it's called. All right. Now, I bet there's a Kunwu group on Facebook. I mean, I'm not saying I bet that. I know that there's a Kunwu group on Facebook, and I bet that they've all known about this and been joking about it for a long time. That's a fun place. You should definitely go check it out. Fun crew over there. They like to joke. They like to joke around. They like to make fun of each other. So I would say just be prepared for that. No surprise, you know, given who runs the show over there. Oh boy, looky here, looky here. We got the Kunwu sticker. We got the Kunwu card. We got the Kunwu snake sticker. We got this. All right. I'm going to guess that this is a prototype. Almost have to be. Looks like burlap micarta. Nice sheet there. Big. Okay, so this is like the, what did we do for the coating here? What did we do? Oh, what the heck is this steel? A Saab 88? I have never heard of that before. First of all, this might be the most comfortable handle that I have ever felt. These palm swells, the index finger position. He's only gonna say nice things about Kunwu because they make it nice. I was saying nice things about Kunwu long before we decided to do it. That was the whole reason, was because they are amazing. Not like now that they're making that now I'm like all of a sudden being nice. No. The reason I like Kunwu knives is the quality, the people behind them, all of that, and their willingness to work with different steels, even if it's not the newest, best, shiniest, most popular girl at the ball, you know? I would like to know, I assume that this is DLC, but maybe not. I assume that this is a prototype, right? Unbelievably comfortable. The jimping is incredibly engaging, all the way up to this little notch here. This makes me think of a recent knife that, a recent folder that they did, that big one that has the Vertilock in it. I actually have a review of it. It's like that without the hole. Big, mean harpoon, probably about 190 thousandths back here. I'm going to guess that the reason they're using a Saab 88 is because whatever a Saab 88 is very, very good for fixed blades. Sergio's pretty into choosing, you know, what he believes is the right steel for, you know, whatever the project is. So that would not surprise me. Big, heavy duty. This is immediately going to be, I will find a reason to use this. Absolutely. The edge is, I mean, sometimes I can tell with prototypes that it's like really, like it's like a rough prototype because the edge and everything isn't done. But this feels like a completed project. So perhaps this is full on production now. Because I don't know anything, like this is a Chinese made product, unless it's not, and I don't know any better. All Kunwu products so far have been Chinese made. So we know it's Chinese made. We also know it's a fixed blade, right? Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the steel. I don't know who makes the steel. I don't know how expensive it is. I don't know how hard it is. That can play a gigantic role in something like this, right? I mean, you make exactly this, and you make it out of 14 C28N, you're probably looking at like a $70 fixed blade, you know, something like that. You make this out of, I don't know why you would, but you make it out of Rex 121, and it becomes ridiculously expensive, right? Then you're looking at a $200 to $250 fixed blade simply because of the steel, if not more. So I have no idea what it's supposed to be priced at, and I'll have to do some research on the steel itself. But it does feel incredibly capable. I like that we have the full tang construction all the way down. We have these, I don't know exactly what you call them. It's like hex on one side and flat on the other, right? Looks like a Pokeball. That's what it makes me think of. These little palm swells are in, you can see this? It's in exactly the right spot. It's perfectly conforming to your hand. This does not feel in any way like something that I would drop, and the lock-in is just beautiful. If your hands are a little bigger than mine, you might not be as comfortable. If your hands are smaller, I think you'll be just fine. We have the lanyard loop, which actually on a fixed blade and on a pocket knife. On a pocket knife, I always make fun of it. On a fixed blade, it makes way more sense. Especially if you're using a big, this isn't necessarily, I think, like a knife that's designed primarily as a chopper. I think you can use it as a chopper just because there's a fair amount of weight in that blade, right? But if you're doing that, I think it's really important. I mean, either way, if you're working continuously outside with a big fixed blade, having a lanyard that's big enough to go around your wrist, not one that's decorative and has little testicles hanging off of it. No, I mean like an actual, like a wrist lanyard. I think that's really, really important. And I think that can save you from, throwing it into yourself or your foot or, dropping it when you don't want to drop it. I think there's a million different reasons why that makes sense. So I'm glad that he did include the little lanyard thing back here. I'm really interested in, it might just be some sort of PVD coating. I don't know. This is what I'm doing here is very scientific, okay? I'm not going to explain it. You're just going to have to trust that that's my way of testing hardness. All right, let's measure it. Good looking fixed blade too. I mean, honestly, if this had said Hinderer on it, I'd have been like, yeah, I believe it. It kind of makes me think it looks like a heavy duty outdoor American fixed blade. So overall length of this guy, we are coming in at 11 inches, 11 and a half, sorry. Blade length is 6 1/4. Cutting edge is 6. This does have the molly clip on there too. So let's go ahead and weigh it. Where's the scale? The scale has disappeared. Yeah, guys, I just organized this office so that this would not happen. And here it is. Sorry. I was going to say, it should be right in front of my face. Okay. The weight of this fixed blade is 12.6 ounces out of the sheath. And 1 pound, 1.3 ounces with the sheath. Do like that. Little spot right there. Makes it easy in and out. Some fixed blades in and out of the sheath make me feel a little bit nervous. This has good retention with no wobble, but it's easy to get out. And when you put it back in, you know that it's in for sure. So that's what she said. Okay. Pretty cool. Big, heavy duty. Not something that I would EDC, but I think a good choice pending whatever the blade steel is. The reason I don't seem more skeptical is because it's Kunwu. I don't think they're just going to pick a steel out of a hat. I have a feeling that this is very appropriate. Whether or not it's powder or ingot or spray form or what, I have no idea. No idea on the hardness. I'll find out. If there's anything that I can include in the comment section, or not the comment section, in the description about it, I will. Maybe Sergio will chime in the comments and, give people some more info there. But in any case, it'll all be included in the final review, which will come down the road. That's going to be it today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. If you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.